Hello students. Now in this sessions we are going to study our congruence criteria, which already in the last session we have studied our two congruence criteria, and that are SSS congruence rule, that means side, side, side. Okay, so we can say that three sides of triangle is congruent to the three sides of another triangle. So we can say that those triangles are congruent with SSS congruence rule. Okay, and the second rule that we have studied in the last session, that is SAS congruence rule, that means side, angle, side. So what is that rule? When two sides and included angle is congruent with the same two sides and congruent angle of another triangle, then we can say that those two triangles are congruent with SAS congruence rule. So while proving this congruence rule, we have to just remind that angle should be included by two sides. That time we can say that this is that sum will be solved by the SAS rule. Okay, and now in this session we are going to study our next two congruence rule. Okay, so look at here on this blackboard. You can see these there are the two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, and you can see that I have mentioned here measures of two angles, that is measure angle A is 40 degree and measure angle D is 60 degree. As like that, I also have mentioned here a length of one side, that is segment AB is 3.5 cm. As like that, in triangle DEF, angle E is 60 degree, angle F is 40 degree, and segment EF is 3.5 cm. So with the help of this given measurement, we can prove that in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, look at here, ABC and DEF, angle A is equal to angle F. That is, measurements of angle A and angle F both are same. What is that measurement of angle? Angle A 40 degree, angle F 40 degree. So I can write here angle A is equal to angle F, that is 40 degree. Okay. After angle, they give us measurement of side. We cannot write directly this one angle. We have to go one by one. So after angle, they give us a measurement of side. After angle, there is a side and they give us that measurement. So we have to write about the side, not directly to the angle. Okay. So the segment AD is equal to segment EF and both are 3.5 cm. So AD is equal to EF 3.5 cm. After segment, they give us measurement of angle B, that is 60 degree, and here angle E is 60 degree. So we can write here angle B is equal to angle E, that is 60 degree. So you can see this, here is the angle, then side, then angle. That means S S A, angle, side, angle, ASA. So these two triangles are congruent. With which rule? ASA congruence rule. So what is ASA congruence rule? Look at here. The two angle and side between them are equal to the two angles and corresponding side to the another triangle, then the triangles are congruent with ASA congruence rule. Okay, so we can say that if two angles and the included side by two angles is congruent with the another angles and included side of another triangle, so we can say that both triangles are congruent by ASA rule. What are these three letters? ASA. A stands for angle, S stands for side, and A stands for angle. So ASA congruence rule, or you can say congruence criteria. Okay, you get this? Look at here carefully. This 40 degree and this 40 degree are the same. That means we have here congruent angle. After angle, they give us measurement of side, 3.5 cm, Please rewind this video and listen it again. Okay. Now we will solve one more example which is depends upon the ASA congruence rule. There are so many examples are there in the exercise and we are going to solve it. But before that we will solve this example. This is little bit there is a little bit more we have to write here while solving this question. So look at carefully, watch it carefully, listen it carefully, because these types of sums are very important for the competitive exam, for your board exams. Okay. So look at here carefully. By applying AS congruence rule, here they have given us an hint that we have to apply ASA rule, that means angle side angle congruence rule, and conclude that angle triangle AOC. So where is the triangle AOC? AOC is congruent to triangle BOD. BOD. Okay. So how we can prove that these both triangles are congruent? With the help of their measurements. So before that we have to find out their measurements. Okay. So we will solve this example first of all orally, and then we will write how to solve this. Okay. So look at here carefully. In AOC triangle they give us a measurement of two angles and they give us side. And from the diagram we can say that they give us measurements of two angles, but they give us measurement of side which is not included by two angles. Here are the two angles, but these sides are not included by this angle. This is far away from these two angles. What about this? They give us in DOB triangle, they give us only measurement of one angle and one side. Okay, that means while solving this problem, we have to find out the measurements. Okay, so we will solve this. First of all, look at here carefully and listen carefully. You can see this. In AOC, angle O is 30 degree, and you can see these two sides are cross each other. That means they are making opposite angles, and we know that opposite angles are always same in measurements. So if this angle is 30 degree, that means this angle is also very good. It is also of 30 degree. Okay. So, but you can see this. We get the angle, two measurements of angles. Okay. But what about side? Whichever side they give us, that side is not included by angle. That means we have to find the measurement of side, or we have to find out the measurement of angle. Okay. So what we can find out? So we can find out the measurement of angle because it is easy, because we know the rules to find out the measurements of angles. So what is that rule? We know that the sum of measurements of angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. The sum of measurements of all angles of triangles is 180 degree. So with the help of this rule, I can find out the measurement of this angle A and angle B. So how we can find out? We have to solve this orally, because for the competitive exam we don't have much time to solve in a proper way. We have to do it, we have to calculate it orally. So we will try this. Look at here, 70 and 30. What is the sum? Yes, 70 plus 30 is 100. And if we subtract the 100 from 180, what we get? 180 minus 100, 80. So this angle is of 80 degree, and this angle is also of 80 degree. So you can see this. I get these two angles which is included this side. I get the measurements of these two angles which is included this side. So now I get two angles and included side. So I can prove these two triangles are congruent by ASA rule. Okay. Now we will solve how to write the problem while solving. So first of all, what we need here? is the measurement of BOD, and I will put here box. Okay. Now we have found the measurement of angle A and angle B by using the sum of angle of triangle rule. So I will write here by using sum of measurement of angles of triangle rule. So what is that rule? Look at here. In triangle AOC, major angle A plus major angle O plus major angle C is 180 degree. Very good. So major angle A we don't know. Major angle O is 30 degree and major angle C is 70 degree is equal to 180. So major angle A 70 plus 30 is 100 is equal to 180. So major angle A is equal to 180, and while changing the place of a number, it will also change its sign. So plus 100 become here minus 100. So therefore major angle A is equal to 80 degree. So as like that, major angle B also 80 degree. So I will put these values in bracket. Okay. Now I will prove this. So in triangle AOC and triangle BOD. Okay, first of all we have tried about the angle. But which angle we will use, 30 or 80? I have this segment, and this segment is included by these two angles. So I will use these two angles while concluding. Okay. So angle A is equal to 80 degree, angle B, and what will be the result? Is equal to 80 degree. As like that, AC is equal to BD. What is the result? 3 centimeter. Same measurements. Then angle C is equal to angle D. What is the result? 70 degree. So therefore, triangle AOC is congruent triangle BOD by using ASA congruence rule. Okay. So as like that, we have to solve this example. Most of all these examples are asked for the 4 marks. So dear student, this example is very, very important. Okay. So while solving this problem in your notebook, listen and watch this video many times and try to solve this example without looking in the, just write down the question in your notebook and try to solve without taking any help from your parents, friends and from video also. Okay. And if you have any query, you can ask me. Okay. So after this rule, there is one more rule that we have to study. Okay. So let's go. Now we will study our 4th congruence rule. Okay. And the name of that congruence rule is RHS congruence rule. You can see this here, RHS. Already I have written here in a pink chalk. What is RHS? Most of all you will say the RHS means what? Right hand side. No. Here the full meaning or full form of RHS is very different. But before that, we will study which type of congruence rule that we are going to study. You can see this, if there is a diagram, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. You can see this, there is a square sign at angle B and at angle E. And what is represents? Yes, very good. The measurement of angle B and angle E is 90 degree. That means both triangles are right angle triangle. congruence rule which is related to the right angle triangle. Now we will study. Okay, so how we can say that? Look at here carefully. AB is 33 centimeter, like that DE is 3 centimeter. So look at here, each triangle ABC and triangle DEF. AB is equal to DE because both the measurements are same and that is 3 centimeter. Then AC is equal to DF. AC is equal to DF because of both measurements is 38 centimeter. Measure angle B and measure angle E. So angle B is equal to angle E because both are right angle. So we get here three parts of triangles, and it is enough to prove that both triangles are congruent. So directly we can write here triangle ABC is congruent triangle DEF. But what rule? Already we have seen here, there is a right angle. Right angle is there, that is out of three sides, one side it is hypotenuse. So right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. So what is the rule of name of that rule? Right angle hypotenuse side rule. If you see that there is a right angle, that means it's definitely congruent with the right angle hypotenuse side rule. That is RHS congruence rule. Okay. So you did not have to think about the SSS, ASA, SAS. If there is a right angle, that means definitely it is a RHS congruence rule. So what is congruence rule? What is the definition of RHS congruence rule? Here we will read. The hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle, hypotenuse, here AC and DF, and one side of a right triangle, that means AB and DF. Hypotenuse it is necessary and one side is necessary. Look at here, while solving the problem, they give us two side measurements. But if they don't give us hypotenuse measurements, you have to find out by using the rule of Pythagoras theorem. Okay? If by solving the problem they give us measurements of two sides, but they don't give us measurement of hypotenuse, then you have to find out the measurement of hypotenuse by using Pythagoras theorem. So what is the main reason, what are the main 2 points that we have to while proving the RHS congruence rule? Necessary, that is must be right angle, and the measurement of hypotenuse and measurement of any one side. If you have any measurements of two sides and you are going to prove RHS congruence rule, it will be wrong. Okay? It is necessary that you have to measurement. You need the measurements of any one side and compulsory measurement of hypotenuse. Okay? So the hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle are respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another right angle triangle. That the triangles are congruently RHS, right angle hypotenuse side. R stands for right angle, H stands for hypotenuse, and S stands for side. That means which three criteria do you want to while proving the RHS congruence rule? R stands for right angle. That means it is necessary that you have to find out the measurement, or you have to find out the right angle. Then measurement of H, that is hypotenuse, and any one side. So right angle, hypotenuse, side. Okay. So if you have these three parts, then easily that you can say that both triangles are congruent with RHS congruence rule. Do you get this? Okay. One more time we will record. If they give two triangles and both triangles are right angle, they give us a measurement of hypotenuse and one side, then we can say that, and both are the three measurements of these three parts are same, then we can say that both those triangles are congruent with RHS congruence rule. RHS. Which three parts do you want while proving this rule? R, that means 90 degree, that means which congruence rule that we can apply? RHS, right angle hypotenuse side. Okay, so CA perpendicular AB and AC is equal to BD. Look at here, BA is perpendicular to AB and here they made 90 degree angle, and CB is perpendicular to AB, so here it is also making 90 degree angle, and AC is equal to BD, this AC and BD. So now you have to prove that triangle ABC and congruent triangle BAD. So perpendicular is they given us, that means 90 degree angle, that means RHS congruence rule. Is it okay? So now we will study how to write, how to solve these examples. Now look at here, the first of all we have to write here in triangle ABC and triangle BAD. Okay? So what about, first of all we have to write RHS, that means we will write about right angle. So they give us BA is perpendicular AB. Okay, so in ABC angle A, and they give us CB perpendicular AB. So in BAD triangle. Okay, so what is it is not necessary to write this. Okay, so directly we can write here in angle ABC angle B. Look at here, if we are going to write the triangle ABC first of all, then we have to write the all parts related to ABC for first of all. Okay, so congruent in BAD angle A, and both are right angle. Then H, that means hypotenuse. So look at here, in ABC triangle AC and in BAD triangle BD, these are the hypotenuse because these sides are exactly opposite to the right angle. So both are already equal. So we will write here in ABC, AC equal, or here also we can write equal to, in BAD it is BD. What you will write here? Hypotenuse. And then side, which side is the same? Okay, so they give us only two parts. So now third one part that we have to find out ourselves. So you can see this AB is a common side to the both triangle. You can see the name AB. So AB side is a common. So directly we will write AB is equal to AB. Here we will write common side. So with the help of these three parts, we can write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD, and in the bracket we will write RHS, right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. Okay, so as like that, by using RHS congruence rule, we can solve questions. So dear students, whatever we have studied it, you have to write in your notebooks. Listen this session carefully, watch this video carefully, and write all the information in your notebook. Okay? And this session is very important for your next standards, for your board exams also. So don't